So, third-party tools. It's a bit of a hot topic in the community right now after the message from Yoshi P. If you don't know what happened or is happening right now, yesterday the official Final Fantasy XIV Twitter account congratulated the groups that cleared the Dragonsong Surprise Ultimate and wished everyone that is progging good luck. But they also added a second tweet adding something about third-party tools, and that tweet linked to a post made by Yoshi P. Now, I'm not going to read through this post. If you want to read it, then I'll leave a link in the description, but most of the information that is in there has also been known for a very long time, although there are a few things that I wanted to touch upon though. So the first things that were being spread around, I guess, was that TPS, thoughts per second, was using a private server to emulate the fight so that they could get world first. Some very bold claims, and it went so far that Yoshi P himself had to come out and address it that such a thing just isn't possible. Data mining has always been a thing, even though it's technically not allowed, and people have been banned for doing so in the past. It's always going to happen, and yes, they are a factor in the world races. But saying groups are emulating a server just because they're ahead of others and are hiding their prog because they're not streaming, that's just some serious tinfoil hat stuff going on right there. So now we have official confirmation that it just isn't possible. The main part of the article, however, was about third-party tools that are directly affecting the game, and the main catalyst for this was most likely the world first clear for Ultimate. I believe the video has since been taken down, but there was some very clear usage of third-party tools, things like ACT callouts, UI mods, and probably some other things that I just can't remember. But it was very obvious that the person was using third-party tools, and according to the terms of service, that isn't allowed. Now, in the past, Square Enix decided to turn a blind eye to the usage of third-party tools. ACT has been a thing for years, and it's not this hidden thing either. Lots of streamers either have ACT shown on stream or in videos, and if not that, you can often hear the callouts that are coming from ACT as well, like certain triggers. So then comes the question, why now? It's been a thing for years, and now they are taking action. Well, I think it probably has a few reasons. First of all, it's not just a simple damage meter anymore. People are modding their UI to show things that you would otherwise not be able to see as easily, or not see at all, like for example a slide cost indicator. And it doesn't just stop there. There are some seriously invasive plugins or mods around right now that are borderline or just straight up hacking. Also, seeing these tools being used in a world first clear or hardcore raider streams might serve as an incentive for others to go and download these plugins, because they also want an easier time with X mechanic or whatever. So it's probably because of all of these things coming together that they have decided to be more strict when it comes down to enforcing their no third-party tool rules. If you're using them, but you're not streaming with them enabled or making videos or something, then I'd guess you're going to be fine. After all, they have said that they have no way of knowing if you're using them or not, but if you're making content with these things in your footage and someone decides to report you, well, then they know, and streamers have already been banned. I do know that there are a lot of mods or plugins around that should honestly be features of the game, and when it comes down to HUD enhancements, Yoshi P also acknowledges that some of their existing functions are insufficient, and that they will take a look at the most prominent tools, and in order to discourage their use, try to enhance the functionality of the HUD in-game. It will take some time, but they are determined to make it happen. Something similar happened in the past with markers. Around the time of Alexander Ultimate, Paisley Park was a very popular plugin that will allow you to save marker positions, and then you can just place them with the click of a button. Unfortunately enough, you could also use this in tandem with other plugins to place markers on positions that would be safe spots for mechanics, thus trivializing them. So they try to lower the use of this plugin by making it so that we now have the ability to save marker positioning, but they also made it so that we can't place markers during a fight anymore, which was the drawback of all of this happening. When it comes down to your HUD though, I doubt there will be any negative side effects, but only time will tell. I for one am all about them doing things to improve the game, and certain mods that are out there certainly make the game a whole lot better. So if they can implement these mods as actual functions in 14, then I'll be all the more happy for it. If you're someone that is using third-party tools, then be careful with them, because they have started to take action and well, no one wants to get banned. If you haven't been using them, you have nothing to worry about, and maybe you can enjoy some of the features of these tools as actual in-game features in the future. The way I see it, there are plenty of tools that enhance the gameplay of 14 that should honestly be features, and if they are implemented in the game, I'll gladly make use of them, but there are certainly a lot of them that are in my eyes cheating. So I would wish that those kind of tools wouldn't exist. And there are also things that I wouldn't want to make use of, as they diminish the satisfaction that I personally get from clearing a fight, which is why I stopped using ACT callouts, for example. I used them years ago when I first procced UCOP, but as time went on, I decided to actually learn how to do the nail quotes, and now I just feel better about being able to do the mechanic without having to completely rely on ACT. Implementation of the mechanic is still horrible though, and I wish it was better, but still, that's kind of my stance on the whole third-party tool thing. I prefer not to use them, even the quality of life ones, but if the quality of life ones make it into the game as actual features, then I won't hesitate to make use of them. Right now, I just don't want to make use of them, as I prefer to be cautious and not risk getting banned. But that's pretty much everything I want to say in this video. Let me know what your stance is on third-party tools. Do you use them yourself? Would you like to see some of them as actual features in the game? And if so, which ones? Or are you completely against third-party tools and everything that they bring? Let me know down below. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my Patreons for their support, and I'll see you in the next one.